What's up everyone? In this video, I'm going to be talking about the recent exciting update from ChatGPT, OpenAI with GPT 4.1 release, the family of models with GPT 4.1, GPT 4.1 mini, and GPT 4.1 nano. So it's much cheaper to run, a lot more reliable, and also better compared to GPT 4.0, which launched last year. GPT 4.5 actually is going to be deprecated. So there's a lot to talk about, there's a lot to test, and I'm going to compare it here with a few real world examples. Let's go ahead and dive into it.
Subscribe to the channel.
So I have this launch blog release here from the OpenAI team, and it's linked down in the video description, but talks about how they're launching the 3 new models in the API. This is only available in the API. It's only available in the platform playground on OpenAI. You can get there at platform.openai.com. And the industry kind of benchmark standards here we have on coding. It scores a 54.6% on the SWE bench verified, which improves by 21.4% over the GPT 4.0 and 26.6% over the GPT 4.5 model. So it is the leading model for coding, which is exciting. Also in the update, they had Windsurf CEO, integrating GPT 4.1 now into Windsurf to do some of the coding. On the scale multi-challenge benchmark here, which is a measure of instruction following capabilities, the GPT 4.1 scores 38.3%, which is a 10.5% increase over GPT 4.0. And then this one's really exciting on the longer context. So with this benchmark, for the multimodal long context understanding, GPT 4.1 sets that new state-of-the-art result for scoring a 72% on long no subtitles category and a 6.7% improvement over GPT 4.0. There is a very large context window, which is 1 million tokens of context, and I have a full very large PDF book that I actually want to put in here and see how good the context is here later in the video. And then you can see how the different models actually compare between levels of intelligence on the Y scale and then latency, or the speed of how fast it processes information, here on the x-axis. So GPT 4.1 for real-time applications has a very low latency. Intelligence is a little bit lower, but just jumping into the 4.1 mini, latency, definitely increases, and intelligence massively increases. This is compared to the GPT 4.0 mini. And then GPT 4.0 and GPT 4.1, very fast latency increases, but the intelligence, is definitely increasing. So it's a little bit slower. Looks like GPT 4.1 is about the same latency, but higher intelligence, which is, great to see. So for tasks that demand the low latency, GPT 4.1 Nano is going to be the fastest and cheapest model available. This is great. One of the big reasons why they released GPT 4.1 Nano, especially for like larger applications and enterprise applications, because GPT 4.1 Nano is going to be fast and cheap for these larger companies to run the AI applications. And again, they are deprecating the GPT 4.5 preview in the API. So it will be turned off in 3 months on July 14th, 2025. And developers are being told to transition that out. And again, it was introduced as a research preview to explore and experiment with the large compute intensive model. They need the GPUs for some of these other models. My guess was that they used GPT 4.5 to distill these new models, the GPT 4.1, 4.1 mini, and 4.1 nano. So here we've got, breakdown on the coding side. You can see the SWE bench with 55%. So compared to their other models, which is a good jump to see. There's, some really good information here on like prompt example, make a flashcard, web application. And this was actually done in the demo video that they released. So you can see some of the videos here on how that works, just all done with this one, single prompt. So you can start to do, some vibe coding with this model, which is pretty cool to see. And here it's got, windsurf again. GPT 4.1 scores 60% higher than GPT 4.0 on windsurf's internal coding benchmark. Codo or Qodo tested GPT 4.1 head-to-head against other leading models. So we have a better suggestion of 55% of cases. So it's great at precision and comprehensiveness, understanding that context. And yeah, in terms of instruction following, so GPT 4.1 follows instructions a lot more reliably. So you can see here on OpenAI instructions following an eval accuracy in a hard subset. Multi-challenge accuracy here. Here's got the long context. So yeah, there's some really good information here. Now this is great with the context here. So this MRCR tests the model's ability to find and disambiguate between multiple needles well in the context. So it essentially is a benchmark to assess its ability to answer things from contextual information. So you can see here with GPT 4.1, it definitely is way above the other models, even GPT 4.1 mini. So the 4.1 series and the Nano series you see here. And that's compared to the other models that they've got here as well, which is great. So the context understanding from this model is amazing. Also has the vision. This is multimodal, so it can do vision processing too, which is amazing. And then, yeah, big update here with the pricing is it's a lot more affordable. So you can see here with the model, the different input pricing, output, and the blended pricing that it has here. So it's based on the typical input, output, and cache ratios from what they usually see on the application. So let's go ahead and, again, if you want to look at this full blog post, it's linked down in the video description. Let's go ahead and jump into the assistant playground and just do, some comparisons here. So I'm actually gonna, I think, test this for a code example using 4.1. So I like to use the assistants here on the platform. So you can come into platform.openai.com and you can come over to assistants here, and then you can drop down here and then click create an assistant. I use a lot of assistants for my work and for a lot of customer projects, client projects that I work on. So let's test out here what is a good example for coding. I need your help coding a new app. Can you help me? All right, so this is the GPT 4.1 Nano. So it said that it is delighted to help me code the app. To get started, could you please provide some details? What's the main goal, target platform, technical preferences, timeline, and scope? So what I did here is I came in here and I just described what I want the assistant to do, and this will actually help me create the system instructions, the intelligence of this model. And then, you can come in here and choose your model. So I'm going to do, keep the mini on here. Actually, I'll do the 4.1 mini just to see how that is. So let's put in our prompt. And let's say make a flashcard web application. User should be able to create flashcards. Let's do Spanish since I am trying to learn how to do Spanish. Okay, and yeah, that looks good. Okay, cool. Let's test this out and run it and see what happens. All right, here we have a example of the React app that the GPT 4.1 just created. So we have the review cards here, 1 out of 10 different options. Looks like we have the ability to create a new flashcard here. We can search flashcards. Looks like we can see different flashcards that exist here. We have the review count. So let me see. Hola. I can do hello. Looks like I was correct is not working. Okay. Gracias says thank you. Okay. Por favor is please. Cool. So yeah, it looks like you don't get feedback when you click the button though when you are correct, but it does look like it's keeping track of that. So maybe add in a better, I can add in a better user experience. But yeah, that was literally just from one prompt that I put in here in the assistant to get that created. So very cool here, yeah, with the code generation. Now let's test out some of the context capabilities here. So I went ahead and I found one of the books from Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, one of my favorite books here. Let's go ahead and put in GPT 4.1 as the main model because I want the context to be really good. And I uploaded this PDF version of the book here into files. So I clicked here and I uploaded that. And then I created a prompt here basically saying I want this assistant to be an expert AI assistant providing in-context answers at the best ability possible. So there's a whole system instructions here that we created for that. And I just used, again, this little magic creator tool to help create those system instructions. So let's go ahead and yeah, pull this up. And actually, I will pull up the book here as well so you guys can see that. So here's, yeah, the PDF of the book. All right, so I'm just going to scroll down here. I had to upload this to Google Drive, and let's see here. So let's do this. Copy this. All right, so while that's running, let me see here. First step towards riches, climb down from the freight train. So yeah, here's a story that he's highlighting. So let me pull out the story elements from that too and see if it can pull that out. Serves as a foundational theme, all noteworthy, begin a clear burning desire. What's the story that's used in this section? So here, yeah, we have it highlighting on the Edward C. Barnes and his quest to become a business associate with Thomas Edison. Barnes was given a lowly job. Great, okay. So let's go way down here in the middle. Okay, media through which services may be marketed. Tell me about this. So it discusses the various channels available for individuals and businesses to promote and market their services, personal contacts and introductions, professional business organizations, advertising, direct mail, personal presentation, online presence. So it looks like we have employment bureaus, advertising, personal letters, application through personal acquaintances, application in person. So it looks like it is adding in things from today, which is not, I only want information from the book, not information from online. So here we go, personal application, written application. There we go. Okay, so that's definitely reflection of the book. So still pretty good context. We're in the middle of it. Let's go a little bit lower down here. Building character through auto-suggestion. So it details how individuals can intentionally shape their character, habits, and success by employing power of auto-suggestion. Definition and principle of auto-suggestion, role in character development, practical applications. So yeah, pretty good here. Looks like it's going to click the wrong link here. It's on the PHP version of the book. So pretty good. Let me do one final question. Okay. Let's see if it pulls the questions here. So have I attained the goal which I established as my objective for this year? And do you complain often about feeling bad? Okay, so it looks like it's not giving me the right answers. So no, they should be. Okay, now it's pulling them. Do you suffer frequently with indigestion? If so, what is the cause? Yeah, so it's listing all of it. Okay, so that is pretty interesting. Yeah, it's still not listing all of them out in the full detail. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. It's much better than what I've experienced with in-context answers compared to the previous models. But still, I have to basically tell it every single time. And I think the prompt that I'm giving it can be a lot more specific here. But overall, pretty good. I've been very impressed kind of just testing this out with the improvements made from the GPT 4.0 model. And the pricing, of course, is a big, desire to have using that compared to like GPT 4.5. So now GPT 4.1 compared to GPT 4.0 is actually 26% cheaper to run. So really good, pricing updates there. Now, again, on the SWE bench, there is a 54.6% on the coding benchmark, which is nice, but compared to Google's new Gemini 2.5 Pro, that scored a 64%, and then Anthropic's Claude 3.7 Sonnet was a 62%. So it's still a little bit behind them on some of the coding benchmarks there with the SWE benchmark. So if you want to use, coding tools, those other two might be a better option for you. But it is a good jump, from the 4.0 model to use the GPT 4.1. So if you are using OpenAI already for coding applications, it's a good, use case or idea to use this for some of the use cases you might have. Also, the knowledge cutoff is from June 2024, so it's definitely a good update there on the knowledge that it has in there. So it's great also for some agentic applications with the improved context window and in-context answers. So now I think, in my opinion, OpenAI is really releasing the 4.1 models as kind of the foundation to build applications with agents. So there's probably going to be more coming soon on that. But yeah, there's a quick kind of rundown with the new OpenAI GPT 4.1 model family. If you have any questions, please drop it down in the comment section below. If you have interest or desire to explore AI use cases for your work or your business, I'm the Chief AI Architect for OnStack. We are a global technology consulting company. I also lead a lot of AI workshops globally. So yeah, happy to answer any questions or guide you to the right AI solutions. And yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss other updates that I'm going to be sharing here soon. And with that, thanks for tuning in. Remember to keep moving forward, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.